And now back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic and your host, Bobby Likis.
And welcome back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic. Terrific program today. Folks, get ready. Call 888 Car Clinic and I'll help you solve your car challenges. More than 250,000 vehicles have rolled through my shop, and I'll bet I can help you with your car care. And speaking of car care, on the hotline with us now is Rich White, Executive Director of the Car Care Council. You've heard me talk about the Car Care Council. I'm excited to have Rich in the house. Rich, welcome to Bobby Likis Car Clinic.
Thank you very much, Bobby. It's a pleasure to be with you.
You know, weather's changing and colder temperatures are here. So, Rich, share with our car clinic listeners and viewers why it's important to prepare your car for winter and what really goes into winterizing a car.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, harsh winter weather, it takes a toll on the vehicle and it takes a toll on the driver, too, the stress level. Everything seems to be exaggerated in the winter and things are harder to do. But, bottom line is, a vehicle that's properly prepared for the winter can really help you avoid any unplanned emergencies that happen on the road or on your way to work. You want the peace of mind. You want to be able to depend on your car that when you get up in the morning and you go out there, that car is going to start. And there's some simple things you can do to have that peace of mind and that dependability of your vehicle.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, and let's shift forward just a few days. As we all know, the holidays are upon us, but and I presume that everyone's going to, at the New Year's resolutions, I don't know about you, and folks, I don't know about you tuned in, but we all have some resolution. What about car care? I mean, let's think about that. Making the decision to keep your current vehicle and then pledging to step up regarding vehicle maintenance is really key to, as Rich is saying, solving car challenges and having that peace of mind. So, Rich, is there a plan that our car clinic listeners and viewers can follow to get started?
Yeah, there sure is a plan. It's very simple, some of which you can do yourself. Some you'd want to rely on a professional technician. But bottom line is if one of your resolutions, and many folks have this resolution, and if that is to save money, don't buy a new car if you don't need to buy a new car. Keep that car of yours. They're built better. They last longer. And if you take care of your vehicle in the same way you should be taking care of your health, like you have regular dental checkups and regular physicals, and if you just take preventive care of your vehicle, it's going to last a long time. Vehicles are lasting almost 12 years now. The average car on the road is 12 years. And my last car, I had 220,000 miles on it,
wow.
And it was still running great. But average cost of a car is about $34,000 now. So
wow,
that's a pretty hefty ticket. And especially if you've already paid your car off, what a wonderful thing. But besides the ticket price on the car, usually a new car is going to come with higher insurance. In some states, property taxes. So there's other associated costs with a new car. But as I said, there's some simple things you can do to keep your car healthy and lasting longer and postponing that, that new ticket cost. But regular maintenance is really the key. Just take it to the professional technician periodically. Take a look at the warning signs, just like you would, as I said, like your health. Vehicles have a way of communicating trouble, especially these days with the dashboard warning lights and check engine lights and different things, and sounds and smells. So pay attention to those things and then have them taken care of early on through regular maintenance, and then they're not going to turn into expensive repairs later on down the road.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, and so the all of the proactive maintenance items that Rich is sharing, folks, will save you. In fact, the specs and the stats are that for every dollar, and Rich, you correct me if I'm wrong, but for every dollar spent on maintenance, car owners can save $6 in repairs. And I think that's a very conservative estimate given the price of repairs today versus being proactive. Let's shift gears. I know that people are planning trips for the holidays, and most folks, as we all do, have the option to drive or fly. So In your experience, Rich, share with our Car Clinic listeners and viewers some of the benefits of driving versus flying.
You know, Bobby, this is one of my favorite subjects to talk about because it's such a no-brainer to me. And I do practice what I preach. There are so many reasons that you should consider driving on that road trip prior to vacations, or, whether it's winter, summer, or fall, as opposed to flying. It's much less stressful. And if you look at a family of 4, you can travel on a 1,000-mile round trip, car trip, for about the cost of one airline ticket. But even regardless of if you get a really good airline ticket, there are so many ways you can save money by driving. And let me just mention a few of that, because it's just so interesting. You can leave when you want, from where you want. You can pack as much or whatever you want. There's no carry-on restrictions in your car. You want to take a quart of suntan lotion or something, you can throw it in the car. You don't wait in long ticket counter lines or rental car lines. You don't have to worry about weather delays, that are occurring somewhere between where you're flying to and from. No baggage problems. No, you can have whatever you want to eat. Meal options. No parking. More leg room. Who you're sitting next to. I could go on and on and on. So it just makes an awful lot of sense to drive if you can, as opposed to the hassles of air travel.
Well, all that makes a lot of sense, and for that matter, because we've all driven and we've all flown, I never really put together the very simplest of things that you mentioned, and that list could go on. As you were thinking, I said, and especially when you talked about the lotion, because my wife always carries tons of her, well, she doesn't on the plane, but she does in the car, because she has her bag that's all secured. And so it makes an awful lot of sense, and especially if you have kids, there's no question about that. I know for folks that might be planning a holiday road trip now, especially after hearing our conversation here, I understand that you have some advice about how to save money, of course, and to avoid vehicle breakdowns, and you call them the 3 Ps. Share with us what those 3 Ps might be.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, there's 3 Ps: prepare, prevent, and plan. So you can save money and you can avoid breakdowns, have a little peace of mind, stress-free driving. So preparing, you just want to conduct a pre-trip vehicle inspection, whether you do it in your driveway or your garage, or you have your neighborhood technician do that. Give the car a thorough check to make sure everything is working properly. And then prevent, the second P. Last thing you want as a driver or a passenger is to break down out there on the highway. So you want to do a pre-winter checkup just to avoid being stranded in the cold. And you're out on some highway and you don't want to go through emergency towing and then repairs at a repair shop that you don't know who they are. And then plan your route. Save money on mileage, take the best route, maximize the savings. Go ahead and plan to have an emergency kit. I mean, if something does happen, have, jumper cables, an atlas, and a first aid kit, flashlight, things like that, water in your car. Just be prepared. So prepare, prevent, and plan. It just makes common sense.
It does make common sense. And there's one more really great asset that I see that the Car Care Council provides. And we've recently shared this with our Car Clinic listeners, the general service schedule. And so, Rich, I recently logged into and joined the Car Care Council website. As I understand, that website is carcare.org, correct?
Yes, carcare.org. It has so much information and content and answers so many questions a vehicle owner, operator, driver would have about, what their vehicle needs, why it needs it, why maintenance is important, checklists, all sorts of information is on there. It's all free of charge. And you can even view a car care guide that, has a ton of it. It's about 80 pages. It's also available in print version. So if someone wanted to order it, they're free of charge. You can order it right online. It's the car care guide that's easy to find on the website. So might make a good stocking stuffer.
Absolutely. And in closing, at that site, folks, you can customize and input. All you have to do is just join, and this is an organization, so it's not like that you're going to get junk mail. This is absolutely an easy way for you to maintain your automobile. And I personally input my car, the make, model, the VIN, and the number of and miles, and then customizes, and I can download and have downloaded a maintenance schedule. Now, I know the maintenance schedule, but I don't know it all. No one knows it all. So what an easy application, and what an easy guide to saving you money. And as I say, Rich, and here on the Car Clinic, keep your car in your garage and out of my garage. So, hey, I really appreciate you joining us. Rich White, Executive Director, the Car Care Council. Go to carcare.org. Rich, thank you so much for joining us on Bobby Likis Car Clinic. Great to have you.
Thank you, Bobby. My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.